Hey, Skycap here. Today we're checking out the Lethal Gaming Gear LA-1 with 4K dongle. Let's get to it. First, let's talk about the build quality, or the QC. It's the biggest topic around this mouse. That's what notably delayed the release of the mouse. Props to Lethal for their patience with this release. It's important to them that they release a high quality product, and they've done just that. As far as my copy goes, can't notice any side flex or creaking or anything like that. There's no sound there. You don't see the walls caving in or anything like that. Solid build quality. 52 grams. My copy also has a QC pass sticker on it from September of 2023, so it did pass QC. And that does hold true across the whole mouse. It clicks, scroll wheel, wireless functionality, you name it, it's solid. Speaking of clicks and scroll wheel, let's check those out. The main clicks are the goated guano blue shell pink dots. They produce a really solid, crisp click on my copy. There's really not a lot of, if any, pre or post travel. If I try really hard, you can see I can make it maybe a little bit, but for the most part, that's just clicking. It's not noticeable at all in real world use. And compare that to my modded OP1 Wii, you can see like that one has plenty of pre-travel on it. So, in both cases, again, no impact on performance or usage, no double clicks, any issues like that. I'm very happy with these switches. For the encoder, it's a TTC Gold on the scroll wheel. Solid clicks there as well. Also nice step definition on the rubber-coated wheel. Very nice and clearly defined. Side button clicks are nice as well. The positioning is pretty perfect for my relaxed claw grip. Just as a reference, my hands are kind of a medium, 18.5 by 9.5 centimeters. It's a very comfortable fit, certainly for gaming, but for casual browsing as well. The LA-1 shape is similar to some other popular rear hump ambidextrous mice, notably the Lamzu Atlantis Mini, which unfortunately I don't have here. Though I do have the Pulsar X2 Medium. I also have the Fantech Helios 2 Pro, which is kind of like the Zowie S2 shape. And then I have the Endgame Gear OP1 Wii as well. So very similar to those 3 or 4 mice. I think My Mouse Reviews has a very thorough shape comparison on their channel. So be sure to check that out as well. Lethal Gaming Gear also has a pretty thorough shape comparison on their site. Compares it directly to the X2 and the X2 Mini, the Zowie ZA13, which I also have here, the S2 shape, which is kind of like the Fantech Helios 2 Pro, as well as the Endgame Gear XM1 or XM1R. In my personal experience, this LA-1 shares the side profile of the OP1 Wii, especially those sidewall contours, but it's also closer in width to the X2 Medium. All right, so it's kind of like a hybrid of those two, right? So if you put these together, you're coming out with the LA-1, which is awesome. It's a great shape. Talking about the sensor and battery performance, the LA-1 is rocking the Pixar 3395, which is the current standard for flagship gaming mice. It does ship with the 1K polling rate dongle in the box. It does have the Nordic MCU, and that's compatible with their separate 4K dongle, which I also have here and I've been using. In my experience, the wireless performance is really nice and smooth with either dongle. To me, it does feel noticeably smoother at 4K on that dongle, but that's certainly not required to get the most out of the mouse. The battery is a little small at 250 milliamp hours. It's a bit smaller battery than the OP1 Wii, which is about 335 milliamp hours. The X2 FE, just the X2 series, that's about 300 milliamp hours, same with the Helios 2 Pro. So a little bit smaller in terms of battery, but it's solid at 1K. I get like a full week at about 4 hours per day, give or take. If I bump that up to the 4K dongle, I get about 2 or 3 days at about the same amount of time, 4 hours a day. And then if I put it at 2K, it's somewhere in between that. Ultimately, to me, any mouse battery life is not really important for my setup. I can easily plug the mouse in whenever and be good to go as far as charging. Even though it's a great battery life, at such a small battery size, that's really a non-factor for me, but may be important for you depending on how you have your PC set up, where you place your peripherals, your wires, and how you do your cable management. Moving on to the stock skates, the LA-1 comes with core pads installed. Now, I've never used core pads prior to this mouse. I know that's blasphemy to some, I'm sure. But based on my experience, I can say I'll definitely be considering them for other mice in the future. I think the glide is very smooth and consistent, and it pairs well with both cloth and hard pads. Here you can see I'm on the Carousel Ninja. I'll show some other examples of the pads I've been using with this mouse over the past couple weeks. I haven't felt the need to even switch these out as far as the stock skates go, but at some point I'll probably throw on some Yanzi dots from Esports Tiger or Obsidian Pro dots in the future, just to try it out, see how it feels. I like them on some of my other mice. I have the Yanzis on the Helios 2 Pro right now, and they feel really good. So, as far as that goes, these are really nice skates, and they come with an extra pair of core pads in the box, so I won't feel bad about switching them out and then not having another pair. So, good deal. In conclusion, I think the Lethal Gaming Gear LA-1 is a great mouse, particularly for FPS games like Valorant, CS, Apex, Overwatch. I think it's a great value for top tier specs. This initial batch is priced really competitively at $80 for the base 1K dongle. If you're interested in the higher polling rate, the $20 you save, because that was originally $100, that can go towards the 4K dongle, and you're into 4K polling for $100. You can compare that to the Logitech GPX2, which does 2K for $160. The OG GPX 1K, and that does about $130 to $160 depending on where you get it. Same for the Razer Viper V2 Pro. That one goes for $130 to $140, and that's without the additional dongle. Pulsar X2 series you can get for $100 for the 1K, and then an additional $20 for the 4K, so $120 total there. The Endgame Gear OP1 Wii, you can get that for $90. The Lamzu Atlantis Mini 4K currently at $100, so evenly priced there. And then you've got the Fantech Helios 2 Pro with 4K, and that's at about $85. So to close it out, I definitely recommend the LA-1. That makes it the inaugural recipient of the Mile High Club Award. Boardsy has the seal of approval, AimAdapt has his new main, and now SkyCap has the Mile High Club. So congratulations, Lethal Gaming Gear, on a great mouse, and I look forward to continue using this in my rotation in the future. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you liked in the comments. If you hated it, still like and subscribe. Let me know what you didn't like about it. Keep an eye on the channel this month. I got plenty of peripheral content coming your way, and I'll see you soon.